I'm Maximum PC Online Managing Editor Jimmy Thang, and I'm here to talk about Nvidia's new Shield device. It's an Android tablet this time around, and while that sounds pretty boring, it's being designed from the ground up as a high-end gaming tablet, and it generally excels at what it does. At 8 inches across, it's got a 1900 by 1200 resolution display that looks great. But the real star of the show is Nvidia's 2.2 GHz Tegra K1 SoC. It runs 12 to 90% faster than the original Shield in our benchmark tests, and compared to Google's flagship Nexus 7 tablet, it's 75 to 250% faster. This thing is smoking fast. What makes it more impressive is that it's passively cooled, meaning that there are no fans. The original Shield couldn't keep up even with active fans. The chassis of the tablet itself has an anti-slip surface, two 5 megapixel cameras, front-facing speakers, which we really liked. It's not gonna beat dedicated Bluetooth speakers, but it's probably the best speakers we've heard on an Android tablet yet. If that doesn't float your boat, however, it also has a 3.5mm headphone jack. Other ports include micro USB, HDMI out, and a micro SD card slot capable of taking 128GB cards. Finally, you have the volume rocker and power button, which are a little too shallow for our liking. All of this is running on Android 4.4.2 at the moment, and Nvidia is promising future updates to Android L and beyond. If the original Shield is any indication, you'll eventually get the updates, but it may take a couple of months. All in all, it's running a pretty stock version of Android, but does come preloaded with Nvidia's 10-foot Shield Hub UI. This is where you launch your games from. In terms of battery life, Nvidia says you'll get about 10 hours of battery life from surfing the web. From our usage, we'd say this is a fairly accurate, if best case scenario, and you'll want to plug it into wall sockets each night. If you're gonna get the Shield tablet, you'll also want to get the new Shield controller. Sold separately for $60, the controller uses a very similar button layout to the original Shield portable, but it's much lighter and comfortable to hold. It also uses Wi-Fi Direct instead of Bluetooth, which means a faster response time and more bandwidth. The extra bandwidth allows you to plug in a separate headphone into its headphone jack, and also allows you to hook up to 4 controllers into the tablet. Other features of the controller include Android Home, Back, and Play buttons. There's also a big green Nvidia button which launches the Shield Hub. There's also a trackpad at the bottom, and this is convenient for when you hook up the tablet to your TV via HDMI in console mode. One thing that's lacking from the controller, however, is rumble support. The controller isn't the only accessory you'll need to purchase to get the full Shield experience, however. The cover/stand is sold separately for $40, and considering the Shield runs for $300 for the smallest 32GB model, we think it should have been thrown in. One nice addition that Nvidia did throw in, however, is a passive stylus, which allows you to compose notes or paint using Nvidia's included tablet program. But that's probably not why you're looking at the Shield tablet. This is above all else a gaming tablet. Luckily, there are over 400 Android games which support the Shield's controller. The problem is, however, that most of these games suck. There are a few exceptions like the original Half-Life 2 and Portal ports, but these are games that are several years old now. Whether Android will become a legitimate gaming platform for hardcore gamers moving forward is anyone's guess, but at least if it does happen, the Shield will get you a great front seat. Luckily, the Shield tablet allows for other gameplay avenues. It works great with emulators and supports Nvidia Game Stream, which allows you to stream your PC games locally from your GeForce-powered PC to the tablet. In the end, the Shield isn't a perfect device, but its issues are relatively minor and/or fixable. And the Shield tablet is arguably the best Android tablet today. For more information on the Shield, check out the full written review on MaximumPC.com.